5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Mohammed Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as
The Two White Muslims. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
We're back.
We just get used to this, don't we?
Yep.
We just get used to this. And a lot of people out there would panic, wouldn't they?
Yes.
When that light
Yes.
that says Mike Live.
Mike Live.
I mean, I'm still yet to find out who Mike
Who he
actually is.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it says Mike Live,
Yep.
and you know that you're broadcasting
yeah.
out to the masses,
Yeah. So upwards of 4 people.
almost could possibly be 6 people. all,
Are
of
you
which,
broadcasting live?
all of which are only listening because they can't get out of the chairs.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Because they can't be bothered to go up and change
and
the station.
And that button's fallen off the radio, which allows them to retune it.
Absolutely. Why don't you just turn it off? I can't be bothered.
No, I can't do that.
Can't be bothered. It's a me getting up.
Yeah.
So you're going to listen to this drivel?
Yeah.
It'll finish soon. How long? 3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours will fly. I just tune them out. I just play the movie Star Wars in my head.
I'm just zoned out. Yeah, I'm thinking about the supply and demand of Russian tractor parts.
But yeah, it is surreal because you would think, placed in this situation, your brain would just go, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, and it just never happens. It's weird. It's weird.
I know.
Now, what it says is utter nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at least it says it.
It says
You know what
things,
it
yeah.
doesn't do?
Go on. The
Swear.
silence. Oh, no,
No silence, no swear.
No swear.
Brilliant. It is great.
Alhamdulillah.
It is great. So we're back again. We're back again for another day. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I am terribly sorry. So we're
apologise.
back again.
Alhamdulillah.
I've got a list.
I'm hoping you have.
I have a
Because
list.
otherwise,
Yes.
there's going to be a long 3 hours.
Long. There'd be a lot of drivel without the list. This way we only do 90% drivel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we get to some of these things on this list.
Yeah, we do.
Some.
Inshallah.
1, maybe 2.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yep. So come on, what's on the list?
Do you know, first, we've got a very famous egg.
Okay.
We have a famous egg.
Egg.
We're going to explore an egg
Okay.
because it's risen into popularity.
Is it some kind of Easter egg?
It's not.
Is it a jewelled egg like Fabergé?
It's not.
Is
but
it?
It's more famous than all of those. All
Really?
of those put together. Yes. It's
Wow.
not. It's not a golden egg.
I was going to say,
more
is it
famous
a
than a
golden
golden
egg from
egg.
a golden goose?
It is. It is not.
No. Okay. But it's more famous.
But it's more famous.
How
We're
come
gonna
I've never
talk-
heard of it?
Big bum.
How come I've never heard of it?
Well, maybe you have,
Or maybe I have.
but you don't know. Well, you will have by the end of this.
Okay.
We'll both be on clicking. I can assure you. We're going to talk about a big croc,
Croc?
a very large crocodile.
I mean, a lot of them are.
Yes. To be
They,
fair.
they can grow massive, can't they? They can
Huge.
grow like 10 metres, can't they?
Huge.
Is it 10 metres? No,
Yeah.
no, that'd
Do
be
you remember all
30
the films
feet.
from the 80s,
Yeah.
which is of the crocs that were in the sewers in
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York?
Yeah.
And it was because they'd found one.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they'd found one.
Yeah. Yeah. One's enough.
Yep. It's because somebody had bought a crocodile and it started growing. Thought, oh, I don't know if I want this anymore. Flushed it down the toilet.
How
Went
long
into the
does
sewer.
how many crocodiles does it take to bite your leg off?
Yes.
One. One is
One.
enough.
Just the one. And you hear this thing that says, do you know, all you need to do is get your hand round its mouth
Yeah.
because it won't be able to open it. An elastic band is sufficient to keep a crocodile's mouth shut
What?
because all its muscles are focused on the bite, not on the open.
Oh.
So just an elastic band and it can't open its thing.
Really?
But would you really want to be the one grabbing on to saying, "Oh, just keep his mouth shut"? No, he's still got claws, and they do a death roll, don't they? They
Yeah,
just
they do.
spin and spin and
Yeah,
spin.
yeah,
Or is it alligators? I don't know. What are they?
I don't
But
know.
we're going to talk
I
a
don't know.
very, very, very large crocodile.
Okay, cool.
We're also going to talk about plane seats. Now that's not plane. So that's plane seats, not plane seats, not seats that have no pattern.
You're talking about airplane.
Airplane seats.
Airplane seats.
Seats
Okay.
on airplanes.
I don't like them. Well,
No.
that's only because I can only ever afford economy flights.
Well, there is that.
And the seats,
Yeah.
they're not as comfortable as
Yeah.
you might like.
The only time they're comfortable is long haul, where they
Okay.
have to give you more leg room,
All right.
and they invariably now give you a television,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
can pick what you watch on the television.
Yeah.
I remember it being very, very clever. The first time I went to America, which is, I don't know, Was it year 2000 or something? A long time ago.
Uh-huh.
A long time ago. And you could pick what movie you watched, but basically you had 10 channels and they played a movie on channel 1, movie on channel 2, movie on channel 3, movie on channel 4. So you just flick through the channels. And you think, oh, genius. But if you've missed the start of it, you've missed the start of it.
Uh-huh.
Now you can just pick your movie. It's amazing. I watched The Great Escape. What else did I watch? Oh, I watched about 17 movies. I watched Star Wars. It was brilliant.
When I went to America,
Yes.
I've only been there once,
Right.
and I stayed for 1 day,
Right.
and then went to Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went to America, it was a Virgin Atlantic flight, and it was 1988.
Wow. Right.
And the plane had a huge cinema screen at the front,
Wow.
and then you had your plug-in headphones
Yes.
to hear the sound.
Yep.
And I remember watching from start to finish Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, brilliant.
Bob Hoskins
Yes.
at his best.
At his very best.
And Christopher Lloyd at his best.
Yes, that's
as well.
right.
Brilliant movie
Yeah,
that was.
It was good.
Brilliant. So
that was
love that.
another one that changed how you know.
That
what I
was a
mean?
game changer.
Game changer.
Absolutely
Yes,
was.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So we could talk about plain seats.
Okay, cool.
Plain seats.
Yep.
We'll talk about a vicar. And by the way, a couple of these people might be going, oh, I'm sure. Haven't you mentioned these before? Yes, we just never got to them. So these have been on a previous list, but they've been moved across.
We just never got to
They've been moved across because the two white Muslims simply don't get to them.
No. we just gabber on about other
We
stuff,
do.
don't we?
So there's a chance we might talk about Vicar, might not.
Might not.
If I'm honest.
But if we do,
But if we do,
yeah.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what I think about this. I think I know what I think about this. I
Okay.
think he's right,
Right.
but it's a weird one.
All right.
It's a weird, and I think he's right, and we can give an example similar. So we're going to talk about a vicar.
Shall we give our opinion as to whether we think he's right or not?
Oh, I think we will be doing.
All right. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Because if you want an opinion, I'll give it to you.
yeah, absolutely. When
As
if I
usual.
want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We're going to talk about a Birmingham couple that have done something.
Birmingham couple.
A Birmingham couple, a Brummie couple
Right.
that have done something, and a German teenager, which again people might think, I'm sure with it. Yes, you have, because it was on a list. We
Yep.
never got to it, but
We
it's
never
funny
talked
enough
about it.
to keep it.
Yep.
And he's got to have broken some kind of record.
Okay.
Has to have broken some kind of record.
German
A
teenager.
German teenager.
Good lad.
And that's our list.
Fantastic.
That is our list.
Do you know what? I'm looking forward
for
to
the day.
all of that.
Yes.
We won't get to all of it.
Nope.
As we invariably
We
don't.
just don't.
Because we yap on about other stuff and,
Other
and
things.
come into our heads.
Yes.
And you know what it is with us. If it's in your head, it's out of your head.
No filter.
If you think it, you
Yep.
say it.
If you think it, say it.
Yeah. No.
And we invariably
no
think it.
filter.
And we invariably both think it and say it.
Yes.
Yes.
But
So that's us.
That's what makes live radio great.
Exactly.
Because if you don't say what you're thinking,
Yep.
you just stop talking. You
And
you
you're
just
just
kind of
vanilla.
shut up.
If you're just saying what everybody else is thinking, you're just
Yeah.
vanilla. Then. No, you've got to give your opinion.
No.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, as an
Yeah.
old manager of mine used to say.
That's right.
It's all about standards.
Standards.
It's all about principles. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Yes, well done, well done.
It's all about principles.
Yeah.
Isn't that a shop?
Yes, it's all about B&M. BHS.
B&M stores.
B&M.
That's a cheap. It's a cheap Wilco's, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Fantastic.
It is. Wilco's.
Part of the same
brilliant.
group, isn't it?
Is it?
I would have thought so. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Because
it.
where you find Wilco's, you also find B&M.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I think they're part of the same chain.
Never even thought
So
about that.
B&M is what Wilco's can't sell.
Yes, yes.
So they
It goes knocked down a
cheapen it
little
a
bit.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Send
goes
it off
down
to
a little bit.
B&M.
Genius.
But I think those stores are
They're
great.
brilliant.
Ah, fantastic.
Because you will get some real finds. I happened to be in a B&M store, and what we bought was, you know, the extension cables
Yeah.
that you get for if you want to plug something in and it's not close enough to the plug.
Yes.
You get an extension cable.
Yes.
Well, this extension cable, as well as having 4 additional plug
Yeah.
sockets, had 4 USB sockets.
Oh, brilliant.
Isn't that genius?
That's
Because
fantastic.
how many times do you get, where's my plug? Where's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
where's my phone charger?
Where's my
It's
charger?
not the cable, it's the charger.
Yeah.
The plug that they've lost.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
Fantastic.
Plug it into that.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
I was in a takeaway a few nights ago.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a takeaway that's got tables and chairs, so you can eat there as well.
Oh, wow.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah.
And they've got one of these bars where they've got bar stools as well. So,
Yes.
so you know, so you can eat there.
Yep.
And I noticed the plug sockets there had USB sockets.
Wow.
So you can sit there, charge your phone.
Brilliant.
They've got Wi-Fi. So you
Brilliant.
know, you can sit there eating your meal, charging your phone, watching
Jeez.
Netflix. You'll never have to talk to the people that you're out
That's
with.
fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yep.
And I mean, what could be better than that? What could be better?
Brilliant.
You know, it's fantastic. You can occasionally pause your Netflix and talk about what you're watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While the
just say,
next
can you pass the salt?
while the next course comes out. Yeah.
In between courses.
And that's the great Abdul's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I was trying to think where it was.
Abdul's.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
just genius.
the town centre one, not the
Right, not the
yeah.
up the
no,
fishy-
no,
fishy chip.
not up
Nope.
there, not up there. The town centre one,
Wow.
near the Trinity Walk. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean
yes,
other
yes.
takeaways are available, and
Absolutely.
we're talking in Manchester about a takeaway that's in Wakefield.
In Wakefield,
so
yes,
nobody's going to get offended as,
But it's genius.
But that is brilliant.
Yeah, when you're in the
Brilliant.
airport now and you can just plug your
Brilliant,
things in. It's brilliant.
brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant.
McDonald's. Dare I admit that I was in a McDonald's
Go on.
having coffee?
And what do they do? Do they have them?
Their phone chargers. Yeah.
Surprised
Yeah.
for the clientele they're trying to attract. But it works
What,
for
like
us as
me?
well. No, I was thinking like
None taken.
17-year-olds.
None taken.
You know what I mean? Yes, and you.
And you.
You are their level of clientele.
This list, then,
Yes.
if we carry on like this, we'll never get round to
No,
it.
very true. Very
So,
true.
shall we just have a quick break and then come back into the first thing on that list?
I think we should.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
You know, we have some recurring themes.
Yeah, we do.
We tend to have one, which is you and me,
Yep.
the two white Muslims,
Yep.
being proved
Right.
right
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, that involves
Alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, it would appear.
Are we right again?
No, we've got another recurring theme.
Okay.
Do you remember cow, cow, cow?
How could I forget?
And it was, I think it was Mazda.
Cow!
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 Cow, cow, cow. And I was alerted to the incident when when one of my guys came running down the corridor shouting,
Cow! Cow! For anybody who doesn't have a clue what we're talking about here,
it was a
have a look at our podcast.
Yeah, have a look at the podcast.
They're available on our
seek
YouTube.
out cow, cow, cow.
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
The Two White Muslims.
Yes.
That's TWO, White Muslims. While you're there, subscribe.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
And look for the podcast entitled Cow.
Cow, cow,
Cow.
Absolutely. Well, that was in Scotland.
Yeah.
So the cow, the funniest part was, and the cow seemed to be okay. Up to the point
To the
at which
point at
the
which-
automatic doors closed behind it.
it.
At that point, it seemed to panic. They just started kicking the cars. So it was in a motor dealership, and it was in a motor dealership in Scotland. I've got it in my head, it was Mazda, but motor dealership in
whoever.
Scotland. in
Other
Scotland.
motor dealerships are available.
But it just shows the difference, because we've now got a recurring theme, because I think we're going to see this quite a lot.
Okay.
This, however, does demonstrate the difference between Scotland and what I'm guessing is America.
Okay.
Because the heading to this one is huge crocodile calmly walks around Chrysler car dealership.
Oh, wow.
The large animal was first spotted by security guards as it strolled between the new cars in the showroom.
I mean, hang on a minute. A crocodile can calmly walk anywhere it likes, can't it?
It can walk wherever it
I mean,
wants.
it is just chilled
Yes.
to the nth degree because it's got those massive teeth.
Yes. You're not going to argue with it.
No.
Do you mind if I walk it? You walk wherever you want, my love.
walk anywhere.
And do you know, don't just walk, strut.
Strut.
Strut, my love.
Yes. Walk with poise.
The animal calmly explored the store while being filmed by the stunned workers in the city of... Sorry, no, it's Mexico. City of Puerto Vallarta in western Mexico. the crocodile can be seen calmly walking between the cars in the dealership, and a man can be heard calling the Civil Protection Service saying, we seem to have an animal measuring 2 meters.
What?
2 meters long.
That's massive.
Strolling through, and there it is. Strolling through the dealership.
Look at that.
So can you imagine saying, I've just got to give this car a quick valet, coming to the end and seeing that? Oh my goodness. Oh,
that is
my
scary.
goodness.
I mean, the fact that those things are just walking around
Yes.
is scary
It's
enough.
incredible.
But
Incredible.
when you go to, because you're fancying a new car, and you go into the dealership that I fancy a Chrysler.
Yes.
So you go into the Chrysler dealership. What's the very last thing you'd expect?
Do you do a Chrysler Croc? Well, what's that then?
What's a crocodile's car of choice?
Yes.
Clearly, it's a Chrysler.
It says, according to local police in Puerto Vallarta, the animal was not hurt and did not cause any damage in the area. Come on! Unlike the cow.
Unlike the cow.
But the cow was Glaswegian.
That's the difference, isn't
That's
it?
the difference.
You see, Mexicans are laid back.
They're laid back.
Manana. They all wear that big hat and
They
the big
do,
smile
big
on their
sombrero,
faces and
play
play
the
guitars.
pipes,
And, yeah,
and-
exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was taken back to its natural habitat
Or are we stereotyping?
without any problems, it would appear so. It is unknown how the animal managed to get into the shop, but it's said that it was initially found hiding under one of the cars. No, it wasn't.
It's called a door.
Yes,
That's how
exactly.
it got into the shop.
Oh, it says.
Hang on a minute. It was found hiding. Like it
No,
was
it
playing some
wasn't.
game of hide and seek.
No, yes, yeah. This will get him.
It was
This'll
just
get
getting
him.
in the shade.
You haven't counted to 10. That wasn't 10. That was too quick for 10.
Yeah, I feel what it was thinking was this. I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Yes.
So I'm gonna sneak into my usual spot, which is slightly underwater with just my nose and eyes poking out. But no, there's no water.
There doesn't seem any water.
There's no water. I'll tell you
hide
what.
under a car.
I'll just get in the shade where I'm out of the way, and then I can pounce.
But it then says some reports suggest that the animal had come from a nearby golf course.
Oh, well,
Right, that's
all
okay.
right then. That's all right then.
Imagine playing golf in Puerto Vallarta. Oh yes. Are there any hazards on the course?
I tell you what.
There's a lot of water to the left. Don't slice it because there's some thick rough, and if you go straight up, crocodiles. Crocodiles. What? Oh,
I tell you, if I ever take up golf, remind me not to play on any course in, where was it again?
Puerto Vallarta. Oh, Helios Hernandez Hurtado. By the way, what a great name.
Great name.
From the management
You
unit.
wouldn't mess with him, would you?
You wouldn't mess with Helios.
Helios.
What's his name? Helios Hernandez Hurtado.
Yes, sir. You just say yes, sir. Yes,
Triple
sir.
H, you do what you want, my love.
Yes, sir.
From the Management Unit for the Preservation of Wildlife in the University Centre of Costa said that of the 200 crocodiles living in Puerto Vallarta, only 45 are adults.
Oh,
that's all right
That's
then.
fine then.
That's fine, because I'm sure those adults won't mind if I mess with some of their young.
That's right.
And by mess with, I mean get too close to.
Get too close to, absolutely.
Surely that makes them more of a threat.
And all these young, then, all of these young are likely to grow to adulthood by eating things.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Not cars.
People.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Crocodiles don't mind eating people. But then again, nor do hippos.
Hippos are incredibly dangerous.
They're dangerous. And how fast can they move?
Well, do you know, it's something like, because they're incredibly quick in water.
Yeah.
But they're pretty light on the loafers as well.
Yep.
Is it something like, can they reach something like 50 miles an hour?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they could chase down it's ridiculous.
They are
the speed.
fast.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you look at them, you think, how can that possibly be?
Do you know what's considered to be the most? It's not necessarily the most dangerous animal in one aspect, but all round the most dangerous animal in the world.
Go on.
Polar bear.
Oh yeah.
Because it can run, swim, and climb.
Yep.
If a polar bear gets sight of you,
Yep.
there isn't really anywhere.
not-
Oh, just jump in the water. No.
No.
Climb that tree.
No.
No. Run away.
No.
No.
it's going to catch you.
It's gonna get you.
Yeah.
So for a predatory animal, the most dangerous in the world.
Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. But then again, there are many others.
There are.
Yes. I wouldn't want to come face to face with a tiger.
No, to be fair.
Or a lion.
Or lion.
See what they do.
Or a group of chimpanzees.
They'll rip you apart.
They aim for certain parts of the body.
They will rip you to
and
shreds.
they know exactly where to go first.
Yes, they do.
And then where they go second.
Yeah.
And then they take your arms off.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Yep.
But they look so nice in the PG Tips adverts.
Yeah, they do.
No.
You want it, son, I'll play it.
Yeah. If they've got bowler hats on, they're fine. Bowler hats on, riding a tricycle,
Yeah.
fine.
Fine.
Any others?
If they're at a tea party,
Yeah.
they're just like our kids, aren't they?
Yes,
Having a tea
They just
party.
want to be a party.
As long as there's PG Tips in the tea pot,
Yes,
they're fine.
yes. Oh, don't be giving Yorkshire. Ooh.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
Oh, if you want to see, them turn,
Just give them Yorkshire tea.
give them Yorkshire tea. Bit of Earl Grey.
Oh, no. It's got,
Oh, don't bear
has to be
thinking.
PG
Honestly,
Tips.
don't bear thinking. If bowler hats soon come off.
Yeah, they do. They get thrown all over the place.
Yes. So, we now have a big croc meandering through a car dealership. Whatever next?
Well, we'll find out, shall we?
We will, in fairly short order, I would imagine.
But it's right now. It's
For
time,
now.
time to do a bit of this.
It is.
Assalamu alaikum.
Warakmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
I took a deep breath.
Yeah.
I was going to do a cough.
Yeah.
And you slid the slide. You slid the slides.
Slid
down.
the sliders
Oh, is it up?
up.
I can never tell from this side of this. And thought, I can't cough. I've just got to say something instead. Do you know what I want to talk about?
Go on.
I want to talk about the most famous egg in the world.
Oh, famous egg.
Yes.
Why? What's it done?
Now, thinking about it, it might not be the most famous egg in the world because there are famous eggs.
Yeah, there are.
However, this one has made a little bit of history.
When did Fabergé
Well, I was
do
thinking
his
about
eggs?
it. Yeah. Was that... well, they've been in every sort of, crime.
It was early 1900s, wasn't
Got
it?
to be, yes.
Yeah.
Was it... Were they Russian?
I think he was Russian, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds
Fabergé.
French.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does.
he was Russian.
Yeah, I think he was Russian.
Yes.
And I mean, those eggs were incredible.
Yes,
weren't
to
they?
be fair.
Yeah, and how much would you pay for one of those now? Is it hundreds of millions?
Oh, it's an insane
hundreds
amount
of
money.
millions of pounds.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes. Yes.
But having said they're amazing and they're ridiculously expensive,
Yeah.
would you have one of those on your mantelpiece?
And it's like you said, how much would you pay? I'll be honest,
Nothing.
How much would you have to pay if you wanted one?
Yeah.
Lunacy.
Hundreds of millions of pounds.
Ridiculous
yeah.
amounts of money.
Yeah.
But would you want one?
No.
No. No.
Horrible.
No. Can I ask it to play music?
No.
Will it turn the TV on for me?
No.
Will it turn my lights on?
No.
No.
You'd
Google
rather
Home.
have a Google Home.
I'll have a Google Home. Thank you very much indeed. Other smart speakers are available. Just
I'm
not as
sure
good.
they are. They're just
They're
nowhere
just not
near
as
as good.
good.
That's right. So, Alexa, keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah, dead to me.
Dead.
So, have you heard of Kylie Jenner?
No.
Have you heard of the Kardashians?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So
I've heard of those.
She's
I've
one
never
of the.
seen them, but I've heard
well,
of
you are
them.
lucky.
I've heard of them.
You are lucky for dodging that bullet.
Right, no, I absolutely refuse.
Right. Well, they.
It's a bit like when what's that other woman called? The English woman what's her name? Jordan.
Jordan. Katie Price.
Yeah, that's it. Katie Price.
Look what I've done to my face, Price.
Yeah, Katie Price. And when she went all vlog,
Yes.
yeah, and her entire life
Yeah.
was played out.
Yes.
And I hate that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then she joined forces with the ex-singer, what's his name?
Well,
Peter
married.
Andre.
Peter Andre. Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually like him.
Well, I was just about to say.
I was thinking, what
having
bad
been,
luck.
Yeah, having
for
been
him.
forced to sit through some of those.
Yeah.
At the time, he just went, "She's horrible."
Yes.
He seems really nice.
Yeah.
And everything he did, she just had to go, oh, it was
Yeah.
awful. It was awful. And it was almost like, and you could see this sick, twisted puppy of a mind saying, go on, leave me, I
Yes.
dare you.
Yes.
Oh, you're not leaving, mate? Well, I'll do everything I can to make you leave
Yeah.
me. And then when you leave me, I'll say, see, all men are horrible.
Yeah.
And it was, you could see it.
She was
awful.
nasty, vicious,
Awful.
nasty.
And he was quite nice. And
He-
he's subsequently
and he
left
still
her.
is.
Yeah,
and he still is a nice guy.
And she's like,
And
really
every
nice
time
guy.
I see him on a
Settle
talk
down.
show, you know, and it just confirms.
Yeah.
He's
He
still a
seems
nice
like a
guy.
really nice
He's
guy.
a real nice bloke, yeah.
Absolutely.
And a very intelligent bloke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Yeah.
Up to the point at which he married her.
Yes.
And since the point that he's not married to her.
Since
Yeah.
the point
He had a
that he
blip.
left.
He
Yes.
had a blip.
A blip.
Shall we say? He had a blip.
Yes.
And that was after they went into the jungle, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
met in the
Oh,
jungle.
Come on.
Oh, dear.
Do me a favour.
So, yes, Kylie Jenner is one of the Kardashian-y type people
Okay.
because they were the Kardashians. Then the mum married Thingy Jenner,
Right.
who was the Olympic hurdling or
Oh, no.
decathlon type bloke.
No.
And then the mum basically encouraged them to bare their soul and everything else on camera and has turned them into a brand, basically.
Oh,
Well,
great.
And it's odious, and you just
that was
honestly.
that was the mother.
Yes, and that was the mother that
Saying
did
do
that.
that.
I was going to say pimped them out,
No.
which in
no,
effect
no.
is what happened. In effect, you know what I mean? Because she was just
No,
saying,
no.
"Oh, go out there, bet, do this, do that, anything you can do to get attention." And so they've created a media furore and a media empire based on it. And I didn't realise, but Kylie Jenner, one of them,
Yeah.
held the world record for the most liked Instagram photo of all time.
Okay.
So she put an Instagram photo up. Don't know what it was. Don't know. I'm sure this will tell me. Yeah. For her first ever public photo of daughter Stormy Webster.
Nice.
Yep. What are you expecting that to be when it grows up? So she, and it was the most liked Instagram
a
photo
brain surgeon.
of absolutely. You may as well just call it Mercedes. And
Or Porsche.
or Porsche. So Kylie Jenner had the world record for the most liked Instagram photo of all time. She's been beaten.
Oh, good.
She's
Good.
been replaced.
Please don't tell me it's another one of the same ilk.
Nope.
Oh.
By an egg.
A what?
An egg. So
What kind of egg?
Somebody put up an egg. It says billionaire. She's a billionaire now. What for?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. She's
For
done
doing nothing. You know, when we were kids and people
Yeah.
would say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I want to be a footballer. I want to be a rock singer. I want to
Yeah.
be an actor. I want to
Yeah.
be something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do people say now?
I want to be famous.
I want to be famous.
For what?
For what? Don't care.
Don't matter.
Not
I'll
bothered.
do, I'll do anything it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Which is why they're doing these stupid pranks and jumping off things. And anyway,
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, billionaire Kylie Jenner has lost her long-held title of the Queen of Social Media to a speckled egg. The 21-year-old previously held the world record. Blah 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 blah. Then her crown was stolen by a very unlikely source at 12:45 in the morning. An Instagram account called Egg Gang opened with the mission to become the most liked post on Instagram, featuring nothing more than a picture of an egg.
Brilliant.
And it's done it.
Brilliant.
So it's knocked her off the top spot.
It's brilliant.
The total soared past 18 million
Wow.
likes after clocking up nearly 10 million in pretty much the first 24 hours alone.
Amazing.
Which
Fantastic.
is just extraordinary.
Fantastic.
Extraordinary.
Alhamdulillah.
So, yeah, I mean, brilliant. Set up specifically to knock her off the top spot, and has done it.
I think that's great. And this is another example of where people, and the great British public, and not just the British public, but public around the world,
Yep.
they're sick and tired of this non-celebrity
Yes.
celebrity.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
getting sick and tired of it. Do you remember when the X Factor in the UK delivered their, this is the winner of the X Factor, etc. And you know that's the Christmas number one.
Yes,
don't you?
absolutely.
You just know it is.
Yep.
But the great British public said, no,
Nope.
we're not having that as the Christmas number one. And I can't remember what song it was now, but it was one from maybe the late 70s or 80s
Yep.
that they decided to plug and buy and promote
Yep.
to the number one slot.
Yes.
And that was brilliant. So that was the great British public saying, we don't want these fake manufactured celebrities.
Yes.
We
Anymore.
don't want that anymore. We want to do it our way.
Yes.
And they got and this is the same story with this egg, isn't it?
It is exactly the same.
Just everybody around the world saying, knock that woman off this top spot because
we're not having it anymore.
she's never done anything that's worthwhile and useful.
Absolutely.
And knock her off, not with something amazing,
Yes.
but something
Mundane.
utterly trivial.
Yeah.
Like an egg.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that's
It's
brilliant.
brilliant.
And do you know what? If I've got Instagram
Yep.
because we have as two.
Yes, we
husbands
have.
who've got
Yes, we have.
Instagram. I'm going to find that egg and I'm going to like.
We're going to like it.
Yes.
And we're going to put mission accomplished.
Done.
Done. Tick. Well done. Well done to you and all other eggs.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of, and I wonder if this is what you were meaning, but it reminded me of, you know, Rick Astley,
Yeah.
his most famous track from 1987, Never Gonna Give You Up,
Yeah.
which at the time I loved. I was,
Yeah.
16, 17 years old? Brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And I've got a lot of affection for the guy because his second album was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
He's a really good singer.
Yeah.
Very spiritual.
Yeah.
I believe he's a strong Christian. I could be wrong.
Have you seen him recently?
Don't look any different, does
He's
he?
not aged at all.
No. Has he got a picture of himself up in the loft?
It's just he's been in some kind of time machine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
extraordinary, amazing. But the New York Mets, which is that a baseball team in America or
probably.
basketball? It's one of those two. It's not. It's not American football. It's one of those two. We're looking for a new theme song and got the fans to vote for it, and they voted for Rick Astley. Never
Really?
gonna, absolutely.
Wow.
And it's now called Rick Rollin'.
Okay.
And it's where that is put on, because apparently it was done something like people were encouraged to go and watch the video of that song by basically putting what might be rather, shall we say, rude titles on videos,
Right.
so that when people were clicking on it, they thought they were seeing something else. And what
Yeah,
they actually
yeah,
saw
yeah.
was Rick Astley's
so
thing.
it's clickbait.
Clickbait,
Yes.
clickbait. But as a result, people got, oh, this I quite like this idea. This is quite good. And then when the MTV
Yep.
put out, right, we're going to do a vote for the best, most influential, most popular act of all time.
Yep.
So the Eagles, the Doors, the Beatles,
Michael Jackson.
you know, the Who, all of these were in the mix, and they've got this
The
list.
Stones.
The Stones, and somebody added Rick Astley to the list,
Okay.
and he won.
Not really.
Just because people
Just
go,
because of that.
It's become a bit of a, oh yeah, don't tell us we're going to vote. Rick Astley's going to be the man. It's brilliant, brilliant.
Great.
So social media can really, really, really make you giggle.
It can.
I
Yeah.
love it.
It can.
So
But-
God bless
but
the egg.
what social media does, in one sense, I mean, it's quite grotesque.
Yes.
Social media, and it brings stardom and fame to people for all the wrong reasons.
Wrong way, absolutely.
But
yeah.
what it also does is gives power back to the people.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and the people can vote, and the people can vote by just doing what they like.
Yeah.
And they can topple these people. They can topple this. You know, they've got the power in their hands.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you give power back to the people,
Yeah.
the right kind of things happen.
Yes. Every now and again.
Egg has beaten
Has beaten
that
odious woman.
vile creature. Yeah, into first place.
Yes.
I think alhamdulillah. Brilliant news. Well done.
Brilliant.
Well done, Egg.
Well done,
and
Egg.
well done the millions of people that put the egg
liked it.
where it belongs.
Exactly. Good one.
At
And
the
let's
top
now
of the list.
Let's now hear a little bit from Rick Astley. No.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
Love that song.
Me too.
So shall we do a bit of this
I
instead?
think we should.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Hey.
So it's just like having a chat, he says.
It's just like having a chat. I'll tell you. We were talking.
What do you do for a living? Oh, I just talk
Just
with
talk.
my mate.
I just talk. If you think about it, your previous career history has just been you being paid for talking.
Yep.
My previous career history has simply been me being paid
For talking. Yes. I mean, all of it was drivel.
It was trivial, utter nonsense, but
And
people seem to enjoy it.
nothing's changed.
Yes, exactly. I just speak to more people now.
Yeah. We speak to more people. We get randomly recognised in the streets.
Yes,
which is a
surreal.
little bit weird.
It is very strange.
And we don't get paid.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
But I had to, this one had to go on the list. It had to go on the list. Where are we? Let me have a little look. Family sat on plain floor
Okay.
for 2 hours
Right.
after TUI sold them seats that didn't exist.
Oh.
Did not exist. A couple and their daughter were forced to
I've
sit
heard
on
this
the floor
before.
during a 2-hour flight after TUI sold them seats that did not exist.
I've
Extraordinary.
heard this before.
And there's pictures of it. Yeah. Me
I've
too.
heard this before because they oversubscribe
They oversubscribe.
some flights
Yeah.
on the basis that sometimes some people
People will
just
drop
don't
out.
turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't turn out, drop out,
Yep.
or they put it out to travel agencies
Yep.
and they say, right, say there's 100 seats, they put it out to 10 travel agencies and say you all have to sell 11 seats.
Yeah.
Well, that adds up to 110.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you won't all sell 11.
That's right.
And they all sold 11.
Wow.
And so they sold a seat that did not exist, and rather than putting on another flight, they went, get on this one, sit on the floor.
Sit on the floor.
What?
I'd want
sit on the floor.
I would insist
Yeah.
on my money back.
The Taylor
At
family
least.
had made sure they arrived early at Menorca Airport for their flight back to Birmingham to ensure that they got their allocated seating together. Seats didn't even exist. They had to sit on the floor.
Incredible.
Extraordinary. Parents Ian and Paula were then left to use 2 flip-up seats, but had to return to the floor during the flight as cabin crew needed to have access to the food.
Wow.
Joy of joy. And they paid, like I was say, I bought my flight. No. What you bought is your seat.
You bought your ticket,
Yep.
you take your ride.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
Not,
You bought
not
your
on this
ticket,
occasion.
you take your ride on the floor.
On the floor. Yeah.
Sit down. Can you direct to my seats? Yeah, it's there. No, that you keep pointing at the floor. No, yeah, it's there.
No. I need a seat, please.
No, but honestly, you're gonna laugh, but you you keep pointing to the floor. Yeah, that's your seats. No, there's no seats. Love. You keep pointing. That's where you're sitting. What?
Yep.
Well, I've paid the same as everybody else.
And
Meh.
what difference does that make?
What difference does that
Yep.
make? Extraordinary.
But isn't it odd, though, that clearly they had paid as much as everybody else?
Yes.
So why was it that they, in particular, weren't allocated
Yeah,
an
well,
actual seat?
It transpires that when they got on, the seat numbers that they'd got, because they'd booked it, we can book it online,
Yeah.
and they got seat numbers,
Yeah.
didn't exist.
Oh,
Didn't
right.
exist
Okay.
on the plane. So they just went,
So
yeah, you can have these.
was this because they booked for a different type of plane?
It says, but despite having been given seats 41, D, E, and F, when they boarded the plane, they found only empty spaces where their chairs should have been.
What?
Just an empty part of the cabin, which they then had to sit in.
What?
Exactly. And it's presumably where the cabin crew have to put things, and they put the trolleys and all that.
Yeah.
That's it. It says TUI airline staff said that a last-minute aircraft change caused the issue.
That's it. Aircraft change.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So that they used a different aircraft which did not have the
Did not have
seats.
41s, D, E, and F.
Yeah.
But then you don't. That's not an excuse, because if you have sold that number of seats,
Yep.
and then you have to change the plane,
You need a similar
you
plane
need a
or
plane
bigger.
that's got that number of seats
Yes.
on it.
Or more. Yes.
Or more.
Yes.
Or more.
Yes.
Extraordinary. Because you know what it's like when you get on a plane, you sit there and, like, if there's 2 of you and there's 3 seats,
Yep.
or there's, for us, 6 seats but there's 5 of us,
Yep.
you look at that spare seat and you think, oh, please, nobody get on it, then I can stretch out. And people get on, they walk past, you think, yes. And they walk past it, yes. And then somebody sits in it, oh, for...
Then the very last one that gets on board
gets
sits
on,
in
sits
that
there,
seat.
oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah,
And you think, how do they sell that one? Well, they do, don't they?
Yeah,
they
they
sell
do. Of
every
course they do.
single seat,
course
because
they do.
an empty seat is a wasted seat.
Yep.
I'll pay £1 for it. I'll take £1. It's
Yep.
better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary. So
Crazy.
because of the change, they didn't even get any seats.
How amazing.
But it's £2 and child. Can you imagine when you had child number 1 or 2,
Yeah.
and
Or-
you got
or
on a
both,
plane,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
both of them,
Yeah.
And they went, yeah, it's you've not got any seats.
Well, okay, so I wonder about the health and safety aspect of this as well.
So this lack of
fasten
seats,
seatbelts.
does that not have seatbelts as well?
Yeah, fasten seatbelts.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't. Why can't you?
And what they were
Because
saying
I don't
was,
have a seat.
yeah, well, you sit in these flip-down seats for takeoff and landing.
Okay,
All of the times, sit on the floor.
that's just mad.
And what does it say? Even though the seatbelt signs aren't on, you're supposed to keep your seatbelt.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. While seated, you're supposed to have your seatbelt on.
Extraordinary.
Crazy.
So, I've had some pretty bad flights, some pretty torrid flights in my life. I'm sure you have too. I've had some fantastic ones as well.
I've had some
I
great
think
flights.
flying is brilliant.
I think
Love it.
The worst flight I ever had was an Air Mexico.
I don't know why that makes me. I can imagine it. I can imagine it. Hey, you want beans? You want beans with your coffee?
You know when a British Airways
Yes.
plane has got tired. you know, don't you? Because you know,
Yes,
don't you? You can
yeah,
see it.
you
The,
can.
the seats
You
are
see it.
starting to fray.
The
and
thing that you put the thing at one corner's just come off.
and the tray's cracked.
Yeah,
and you know.
Yeah, and one of them doesn't stay up. One
And
of the trays doesn't
you
stay
know
up
those
anymore.
those crisp white cloths that they put over the
A little bit
headrest.
drab.
They're
They've
not-
got a circular shape
They're
where
not
it's had
white
a million
anymore.
heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
They're a bit browned in the middle.
One of the chairs doesn't go up on it; it's stuck in the down position.
That's right. Yeah.
and they go,
yeah.
"Can you put your chair up?" No,
No, I'm sorry.
no,
I
I'm
can't.
sorry. It's not me, love.
It's not. No.
Not me. Given the choice,
Just
I would
can't.
not be impeding the passenger behind
That's
me.
right.
He's going to think I am.
Yeah.
All the way through this 10-hour flight, he's going to think, "Look at that."
Yeah.
freak.
Selfish.
Can you believe it?
Selfish.
Even during takeoff and
Yeah.
landing. Oh, hey? No. Yes. So it gets a little bit tired.
Yeah. And when a British Airways plane gets tired,
Yeah.
it gets sold.
Of course it does.
It gets sold. They don't just
Of
scrap
course it does. Yeah.
They sell it on
Yeah.
to shall we say, lesser airline.
Yes. Yes.
Now, when 6 airlines have had it, and it's not just tired, it's positively moribund.
Yes.
Which
yes.
is a word meaning
Oh, it's a lovely plane, this.
In
Is
a
it?
state-
You know, in 1950.
in a state close to death.
Yes.
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 Air Mexico take it on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
they're so proud of it. It's
Yes.
like, this is the best
Look at
thing
it-
we've
look
ever-
at that new
Look at
plane.
this, look at this.
New to
look at
you.
this. Absolutely.
Oh.
So, I felt fortunate to have seats
Yes.
and windows that weren't cracked. and
And windows. Full
Windows,
stop. Instead of a constant sucking at the ear
Yeah.
as the turbulence pulled your fringe to one side. Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, it was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Only on that flight for half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we went to Miami first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, stayed a night in Miami.
Oh, brilliant.
And then got on the plane the next day.
Yeah.
Air Mexico flight to Mexico. We were going to Merida,
Yeah.
which is in the Yucatan Peninsula, where the Chichen Itza, all the pyramids and
Oh,
et
yeah.
cetera,
Yeah,
were all
yeah,
that
yeah,
lot.
yeah, of
that
course,
lot.
of course.
So we stayed in Merida.
Yep.
So going to Merida Airport, so the plane took off in Miami,
Right.
and I said a few prayers. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a Muslim at that time. I wasn't. I was saying some prayers.
Yeah, still
best,
invoking.
in the best that I know.
Yeah.
in the best
yeah.
way that I knew at that time.
Wow.
And alhamdulillah, the plane took off with a few shakes and a few bumps and a few
Yeah.
rattles, and you know when they're winding the landing gear in.
Yes.
That made a heck of a noise. Oh, no, it wasn't that noise.
Jugga, 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 jugga.
Yeah, exactly. And you could feel the undercarriage actually shaking.
Oh, wow.
As it came up. You're thinking, oh my God, I hope they can get those down again.
Yes.
At the other
yes.
side. So, the plane took off, and literally, less than an hour later, started going into land.
Yep.
And it landed. And it chugged and made a groaning sound and a few pops and bangs as it hit the tarmac at the other side. And I was thinking, thank you. And I said a few more prayers, thank you. And we got off the plane and we were all taken into what I thought was the airport terminal.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And we were all told to take a seat. Take a seat. Now, we need all your passports, please. They took our
Right.
passports off us. I was
Yeah.
thinking, this is not how
It's a bit weird.
this is not what we're not. Where's my bags?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they took all our passports. Yeah. And about half an hour later, they came back in. These are armed soldiers.
Oh, wow.
Came back in,
It wasn't a coup, was there?
handed our passports back.
Oh.
Yeah. come and collect your passport off this
chucked on the floor.
So a couple of hundred people are like scrambling to get the passport back.
Luckily,
Not our passports.
they're distinguishable, aren't they?
And in it's Spanish, isn't it, that they speak?
Yeah.
In Spanish, they shouted a few things, and people started getting up out of the seats and walking towards the door and back out onto the airfield, and they put us back on the plane.
Right.
I was thinking, I've no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, this is weird.
No idea.
This is weird.
This has never happened before.
I've stopped at a service station on the way to Glasgow.
Yeah.
Not in a plane.
Not in a plane. They put us all back on the plane, and the plane took off again.
Oh wow!
And I had to repeat my prayers.
Yeah, to do it all again.
And I had to be scared out of my tiny mind at the noises that the plane was making.
Wow!
And about 20 minutes later, it landed again.
Right.
What I didn't know, and what came as a real surprise to me, is that when you go into that part of Mexico, they do the immigration checks on the island of Cozumel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they do all their immigration checks there and then take you into Mexico.
Oh, my goodness.
How crazy is that?
That is
So,
surreal.
Not only was I on the scariest plane I've ever been on,
Yes.
but the most dangerous part of any flight is the takeoff and the landing.
Absolutely.
I had to do that twice.
Wow. Wow.
Shocking. On an Air Mexico
Oh, my
flight.
goodness.
On the way back,
Yes. You swam.
straight home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's that? Oh, they don't mind when you're going.
No. They'll let
You
you
know
out of the country anytime you like.
Dead to them.
Yeah. Straight back.
Wow.
Straight into Heathrow. Yeah. Red passport. Straight through.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Straight through. Not a problem.
Off you go.
Wow.
Amazing.
When you stayed over in Miami,
Yep.
did you introduce the people that you're with by saying, say hello to my little friends? Because you just have to, don't you? If you're in Miami, it's the only thing you're allowed to say.
I had a white jacket with the sleeves rolled up.
Yes. I drive a Ferrari pterodactyl. I've got my slip-on shoes. It's like white sports
I had
jacket.
my shirt unbuttoned.
Yes, absolutely.
Down to mid-chest. And
Come on, Tubbs.
And a medallion.
Who are you calling Tubbs? Oh, brilliant.
Tubby, are you calling me
You
Tubby?
calling me Tubby? Oi,
No,
we'll have less.
I'm
We'll have
offended.
less.
I'm offended.
We'll have less Don. Oh, how cool was that, by the way?
Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, brilliant.
oh dear.
Brilliant.
My good lady.
Yes.
Yeah. When I've said many times, she's my undeniably beautiful.
Yes,
my
of
my lady.
course.
But she's not the best. I've always said Beyonce,
Yes.
Halle Berry,
Yes.
and my missus comes in a close third.
She's in the medals.
She's in the medals.
She's got a podium position.
She has.
I mean, come on.
She's in the top 3 in the world.
It's 7 billion people.
I know. Top three in
Come
the
on.
world.
You
Do
can't
know what?
complain at that.
Oh yeah. I
I bet you can.
can't complain.
I bet you can.
You need to hear it.
Do you even make the top 3?
Me?
Yeah. I'm just wondering.
Well, the third billion. No, I think I'm in the bottom 7.
Yeah. Because presumably it's every James Bond ever.
Yeah. It is. It
Just
is.
when you mentioned Don Johnson, I'm assuming Don Johnson.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's not just for the cars.
Yes.
not.
Yeah. Oh, look at his teeth.
I once went to I took my daughter to a summer fair at school,
Right.
and they had face painting.
Oh.
Face painting. So my daughter decided she wanted to have a face painted
Yes, of course.
like a tiger or
Yep.
a butterfly,
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever it was. Whatever it was. Anyway, we had to buy a ticket and wait our turn.
Yep.
So when our ticket number was called out, I sat in the chair, and she looked at me and said, "Are you having your face painted?" I said, "Yes." She said, "No." Oh, yeah.
Yep.
She said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, I want you to make me look like Piers Brosnan." Do you know what she said?
Go on.
"I'm an artist, not a surgeon."
Thanks, I'm an artist, not a magician.
Not a surgeon.
I do face painting, not miracles. Oh, brilliant.
fantastic.
Brilliant.
Anyway, we've got to cut this.
We have to cut this
Cut this
short.
right now.
We have.
We have to cut this right now
To do a little
because
bit of
we
this.
have to do this. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh, we've got a goodie here.
All our segments are
All
good.
our segments
All
are
of
goodies.
them.
But this one is just way
I look forward to all of these.
you would just go, what?
And if people haven't guessed already, which
Yep.
I'm sure they have, but if
Yes.
they haven't, what tends to happen is that you come in armed with a list
Yes.
of stuff.
Yes.
You know what's on that list.
I know what's on that
because
list.
You've read the stories.
I've read the stories.
You know what's coming.
Yep.
I haven't got a
You
clue.
haven't got a clue.
This is
and I
live.
just watch your jaw.
This is live.
Yeah.
And I have
Reaction.
no
Yes.
warning whatsoever.
Reaction
I have
to.
no idea what's coming.
Reaction to
Alhamdulillah.
Birmingham couple jailed.
Oh, that's not uncommon.
That's not uncommon. I'm not being funny. Birmingham couple jailed.
Yeah.
That doesn't exactly sound newsworthy.
No.
Wendy Baker and Dean Westwood of Hengham Road, Sheldon.
Sheldon?
What could they possibly have done? Because they've been put down for 5 years.
Really?
That's a pretty lengthy
That's a
sentence.
big crime then.
5
Big crime.
years.
They've done something horrible.
Do you know, do you know what they did?
Go on.
They washed and then sold used stamps on eBay.
Okay.
That was my reaction. What? How much is a stamp?
It's
60p?
60 pence or something.
So if you sold it for 55, what? It said they have caused a potential loss to Royal Mail of £400,000.
Wow.
Wow. What?
Hang on a minute.
How many did they do?
Where did you get the stamps?
Exactly.
How did you get that many?
Oh, my goodness.
Did one or both of them work in a post room at a major place?
It's a major place. Oh, I collect these for my nephew.
Yeah,
Collects
yeah,
stamps.
I collect them.
A crooked Birmingham couple who defrauded the Royal Mail by washing used stamps and then selling them on eBay as new have both been jailed.
That gives a new meaning to laundering, doesn't it?
It is. What have they done for? Laundering. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, but no, really.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Stamps.
Stamps. How do you launder stamps?
You just wash it.
Well, you wash it.
Why do they have to wash it to get the postmark
Get
off?
the postmark off.
Oh, do you know, I get letters with stamps on
Yep.
with no postmark.
Really?
So I could just peel those stamps
Peel it
off
and
and
use
use them again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
You might do 5 years if you do.
I would never do anything such as that.
Yep.
Never under any circumstances, because I wouldn't want to be jailed for 5 years.
5 years where you
How
can't
did-
pick up soap.
How did they?
What?
How did they manage to calculate £400,000?
Yeah, as the loss. So that's the
Then
value.
again, that's the eBay account, isn't it? Because they can look at it.
Ah, yeah. So
can
let's say
see.
they sold them at half price.
Yeah.
If they got earned 200 grand, it's cost.
yeah.
400,000. Wow. They'd previously pled guilty to 3 charges of fraud, possessing articles for use in fraud, adapting an article for fraud, and supplying an article for fraud. So guess what they were done for? Laundering. They were both sentenced to 2 years. So it's a total 2.5 years. It's a total of 5 years between them. Between them. But yeah,
I'm going to think 5 years sounds like an awful lot of time.
they started buying used first and second class stamps in bulk in July 2013. And these came from charities and other organisations and were only normally of interest to stamp collectors who were looking for unusual or rare stamps.
Yep.
So they would buy 1,000 stamps hoping to find, a gem.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
Absolutely. The amount they bought and sold on eBay dramatically accelerated from initially £7,262 to £48,518 worth, said Ben Go, prosecuting at Birmingham Crown Court. So it's one of those really weird things. When you're prosecuting that, you're like, what are you prosecuting for? They're really nefarious, these.
Yeah.
They're rumans. This
These are about as dodgy as you can get.
They're terrible. What have
Dodgy
they done?
people.
What have they done? They sold stamps. What? Yeah, they sold stamps.
No, it's worse than that. They collected them
They
first.
collected them
They are
first.
stamp collectors.
They
I mean,
collected stamps.
How more wrong can you get?
They washed them.
What?
And then they sold them as new.
Well, hang on a minute.
So if they'd have sold them as not new, they'd have been all right.
Stamps are nowadays they're self-adhesive, aren't they?
Yes.
So they'd have had to have re-glued them.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you used to be able, you actually have to lick a stamp, didn't you, and stick it on?
Oh, many years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do remember
because I used to have to do that at work,
Yes.
sending out letters to
that.
people.
Yep, me too.
And when I was fasting, yeah, they said, oh, you can't lick stamps.
Yeah, you have to
can't
put
lick
your
stamps.
finger in a little thing.
Finger in a
water.
little thing. Yeah, absolutely. Do it with
Absolutely.
your
It's
finger.
exactly the same for me when I went to the bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how weird is
Crazy.
that? Talk about muscle memory. I can fold a letter, trifold, so it fits perfectly into an envelope.
So can I.
And it's because I used to do about 500 a day.
Yep. Yep.
Muscle memory.
Yep.
And I can do it now without even realising it's perfect.
You were indeed a stuffer.
Yes, I was a stuffer. What do you do? I've been stuffing today.
Yep.
Have you?
What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I'm a stuffer.
I'm a stuffer.
Well, what does that mean? Don't ask.
Don't ask. Leave it. Leave
Don't
it there.
ask. Under any circumstances.
Leave it.
Don't ask.
So yes, there we go. Rummans they are. Rummans.